And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, launching in to game number 1 between 3DB, the Odin Maniac, and his opponent in the green color, Chasing the Sun, playing as Noir. We are on the map, Valley of the Kings. And yeah, we've got all the production value right here. We didn't screw that up a couple of times before we jumped into the first game, but that's totally fine. And we are finding ourselves on a interesting variant of Valley of the Kings. I have noticed that this is the case on this map. Sometimes you can get a spawn of a big rock in the center, and sometimes you don't. So it is an incredibly open Valley of the Kings, which I don't think Chasing the Sun is going to be too happy about. Chasing the Sun wants a closed Valley of the Kings. That's what he wants. But he's not going to get that. 3DB, he wants the open one, and he's got it. He's going to be able to run around the map. He's going to have Forest Fire. He's going to have all the speedy units. He can sort of catch Chasing the Sun out. Chasing the Sun has to play a really, really good early game here to have a sort of chance in this one. So we'll see what he's going to go for. But I guess the big question is, which minor god does Chasing the Sun go for? Realistically here, Age Mythology's been around for a long enough time that pretty much we kind of know what the good minor gods are in which matchups. And we go, okay, it's like a 80-20 on this one. Or it's a 50-50, or it doesn't, like a 50-50, it doesn't matter, right? Or maybe it's like a 60-40, depending on what the map spawn is, right? And how many times you pick which certain god. For Odin, against this type of a god, China, like, I mean, there's a couple of gods like Nuwa, you're probably going for Freya. Very rarely going for Heimdall. But when you're playing Nuwa, it's relatively new still. And what the best minor god is to go for is a little bit up in the air. Do you go Haltu? Do you go Zhennu? Obviously, my Chinese pronunciation is on another level, so you're going to have to forgive me for that. I'm still going to call it Zhennu. I'm still going to call it a Chillin. I'm still going to call it a Chunky Boy, regardless of what's going on. Nonetheless, we're about to see an advance here, is my guess, from Chasing the Sun. He's just about to get this final villager in. Nope, he doesn't want to. He's going for another villager. And on the other side here for 3DB, he is taking his sweet time going to the next stage. A very, very late advance here, actually, from 3DB. He doesn't get pickaxe. But it's also a late advance for Chasing the Sun as he decides to pre-queue Zhennu here. Oh, Zhuannu. Jenna, my boy, my gal Jenna is coming in. We've seen, well, I've experienced the craziness that is these chillin' running around the map, causing havoc. And of course I'm wrong. Why would I ever be right? Like, why would I ever get anything right in a game of Age Mythology? Like, I don't know why you guys think that I know anything about this game, because clearly I don't. 3DB literally clicking Heimdall right now. Why is he going Heimdall? Look at this. Back gold mine ×2. 3DB wants to boom. Problem for 3DB is, will he be able to get the town center up? Probably. Just needs a wall here and he should be okay. Will he be able to get any of those unique upgrades for Heimdall out? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. But Zhennu is in. Chasing the Sun, dropping his machine workshop. Harmonious necklace getting dropped in. Relics on the map. I haven't actually checked them out just yet. There's one being grabbed over here. And there's one here for 3DB. He grabs the Titan's treasure, makes his age ups a little bit cheaper. Over here, we've got Tusk of the Iron Boar, going to be boosting up those cavalry. On the top side here, we've got Oseberg Wagon, another really, really good one there as well. And at this stage, I have to apologize for an incoming ad. Did not manage to run an ad before the game started. This doesn't affect any of you guys on YouTube, but for the Twitch people out there, I'm sorry. There's nothing happening here except for this little attack. So we'll wait for this to go, and then we might hit an ad. I don't know. But 3DB can literally just move back away from this and he should be fine. He's got this back position he can go to and he should be fine here. It's going to be a little bit challenging there for Chasing the Sun to get in. But the house will go down. The town center on the back here will go up. Probably needs to get a wall down over here and maybe even get watchtowers in as the Chillin running through. Chasing the Sun going to be potentially scouting this out. No, he can't rush through. He's got the Sky Lantern coming around onto the backside here. And he's not going to see anything, it looks like. The town center for 3DB looks like it will get up without a problem here. But this is very, very spicy for 3DB. He just drops a house. He's about to lose another one. He is very much housed here. Not only is he housed, nope, his town center is now up. There he goes. And the villagers will start up. But he's under a lot of pressure here. And Chasing the Sun, I don't know if he knows yet. No, he still doesn't know that there's a town center. He's got two chilling out, bashing away at this tower. The fire archers can take this down relatively quickly here as well. The Sky Lanterns to come through. I'd love to see a wall over here. Chasing the Sun goes, hang on. What's happening here? I've got some chillin' to run in and start hitting these bad boys. They move at 5.3 speed. There's no heroes over here. The heroes do get pulled away. And now 3DB to bail on this spot. He's got a gold mine at the top here that he can run over to. And we'll see if 3DB can get this kill here. If he walls this in, he can catch these chilling out completely. It's kind of the only way to actually kill these guys as Norse is to do that. Whoop. Einery with the special. Einery with the special. He gets in, gets a couple of shots. He's actually getting some good damage done. But they're going to get out of here. And they're going to be able to heal themselves up. And he's going to be completely fine. But Chasing the Sun now, looking for another little bit of a raid here. He's got to be careful with these units. Raiding cavalry, obviously really, really good against this. There is one halberdier, though, for the moment. So he's got the advantage for the time being. And this is the problem here, or a small problem for 3DB. What wood line does he go for? He can literally get wood starved here. He does have a wood line on the back here that he could potentially grab, but he could get wood starved at this point. As the dwarves to retreat back, they can move up to the top gold mine now. This gold mine, it's not really that necessary. As a market to get dropped down. Chasing the Sun here in a very interesting position. He's got his beautiful defenses on his base. His base is very well defended in terms of where he's placed everything. He's going incredibly ham on this position. Still, no watchtowers are up for 3DB here. And Chasing the Sun basically has to get value here immediately. And looks like 3DB says, hey, get out of my base. He's feeling confident here. The town center's not involved. The one chillin' does manage to get taken out here, but at the cost of the entirety of 3DB's army. There's a sentry tower. Going to be getting sniped down here. And now we see Rick Stuhler queued up for 3DB. He does get that one cheaper. Does he have the technology to make that cheaper? Or has it always been 150 gold? Am I confused? I thought it was 200 gold. Has it always been 150 gold? Could someone tell me? Did it get buffed? Am I crazy? I swear it was 200 gold. Anyways, nonetheless, maybe I'm dumb. Chasing the Sun, still getting some great pressure on here. Lots of idle time. The villager differential here is still relatively close. As the villager getting sniped down. Chasing the Sun, pulling back into his town center, moving around the map, trying to get onto a wood line away from these units. Does manage to keep the villagers alive here. Another chillin' going to be moving in. And you have to remember that like all of this little damage that Chasing the Sun takes from wandering around the base, it just gets healed up by these chillins. This low HP halberdier. This fire archer. And he pulls it back beautifully, keeping them alive. Do you see a little cheeky wall coming up over here? Whoop. These are going to be the icy walls, it looks like. If they get finished, it is pretty cool. Oh, and we do see a cheeky little vanish. So unit's going to be coming through. This is not really what Chasing the Sun wanted to use this on, is the problem, right? He wanted to use this to maybe catch 3DB out. But it looks like he's just going to pop over here, join his army, and keep going. And here we go, showing off the little ice walls here on the Mythic Wars map set. He's got a couple of really cool visual changes here, and the icy walls are one of them. Both players are going to be looking like this. So we've got a great haul to come up. 3DB trying to get it together. He's now got himself a villager lead, but I don't think he's even paid off the town center at this point. And Chasing the Sun is just going to keep pumping. At a certain point, he's killing off these buildings. At a certain point, he's going to be able to just take the town center down. In fact, another upgrade that would be really good for Chasing the Sun at the moment would be Reincarnation. You don't have to grab it straight away, but at this point, 33 favor in the bank makes some sense. He's grabbing more chillin' though. And this army for 3DB, what's it going to do? Town center now under attack. The Chillin are actually getting targeted down by this, right? Wait, are they? I think the Chillin are taking... Oh, he misuses that special, but nonetheless, charging in. The Halberdier, a little bit caught out of position. The Pioneers to snipe down the Einherry on the back here. Fighting right underneath the town center. As now, Chasing the Sun says, it's time to pull back. Uses that special, gets a huge amount of splash damage off onto the units, and 3DB is back down to 40 military population. Chasing the Sun as well, though, 72. But B just needs to hold. In actuality, he might even be able to just sack the town center to some degree. I don't know if he can get the military units out or not. At the moment now, his villager advantage has ballooned into a significant lead. But he needs to continue gathering resources. This is the difficulty. And these Sky Lanterns for Chasing the Sun just going to keep on giving away where he needs to send units. Another idea here could be wait for 60 favor, vanish, wander in and just take out this dwarf line here. He's now going to be returning back onto the town center, getting a little bit more damage done as the army charges forward. All of that special going in onto those raiding cavalry there. It's the Halberdier. Good control from Chasing the Sun, pulling those back. Ready to start taking these bad boys out over here. Snipes them all down nicely. Town center with 667 HP remain. But even if this goes down, it's not the biggest of deals. The problem is the military difference here. And at the moment, it looks like Chasing the Sun says, I don't even care. I got all the chillin' in the world. They're healing all my units up. And all of the military here now for 3DB falls. Town center about to fall as well behind this. Armory upgrades coming through. And 3DB in 13 minutes and 51 seconds not able to hold with the Heimdall fast second town center. And we get a very quick game 1 victory for Chasing the Sun. That was a solid strategy here. I like the idea from 3DB, but you kind of have to get the walls down, right, to defend all of this. I think if it came over onto the wood line back here and chopped that down, got the walls onto this, he would have had less issue with those villagers running around the map. And then he probably could have just sat the villagers building out of the town center onto the goats or whatever here. And that would have been the way to go, so to speak. But a very tough one here for 3DB. Not able to make this work. Couldn't get himself the watchtowers in. No safeguard either. And that's the game 1. We'll move into game number 2 and see how things are going to go. And we are into game number 2. As in the left-hand corner of the map, getting a little shock as he flew a little too close to the sun. In game number 1, he's playing his set here for game number 2, and his name is 3DB. His opponent is indeed chasing the sun, as he is going to be picking up that Fushi to try and get some pain 3DB's direction. In fact, 3DB says, hang on, let me just see what your base looks like. He drops the vision down and he goes, ooh, what can I raid? What can I see? What do I get to know here? An interesting vision. Generally, we don't see the vision getting used this early, but 3DB might have a plan to get early clairvoyance here. That's the only thing that really makes sense. So getting an early clairvoyance could be an idea as the Pioneer to come through. You can be... Actually, I don't even want to say it. There's something incredibly frustrating you can do with the Pioneer early on. In this sort of a spawn, if you can catch it. Realistically, as soon as you see the Pioneer there as the Egyptian player, you want to go over and shank it. Like, immediately. Just send a villager and start shanking, chasing it down. Don't care about the advance time. Just kill off that Pioneer. I believe at 4 speed, if you get on top of it, you snare it enough, and you're good to go. Alrighty, so we got ourselves Gambantine, Odin's Wand over here. This one's going to be making the Temple Techs a little bit cheaper. Grabbing that for early clairvoyance makes some sense. I doubt he's seen it yet, but nonetheless, Dwarven Horseshoes over here as well. This one's going to be movement speed +5. I haven't talked about the map just yet, but I will. Oseberg Wagon over here going to be boosting up the caravan move speed, making them cheaper as well. Skulls of Serapis over here as well. Going to be getting some monkeys and Harmonious Necklace here, boosting up the gold as well. So, yeah, so basically, in Mythic Wars, the whole idea of this tournament, from what I'm aware, from Dessler's point of view, he's the tournament host, is he wanted to bring sort of like a seasons type thing into the tournament. He wanted this graphical change to happen. So we've got Scorched Marsh here, which, to be honest, I think is a bit of an upgrade. I think this looks really, really cool. We got the trees on fire here. Last game we saw some ice for the snow variant there as well, and all the other good stuff. So yeah, that's where we're at. Nonetheless, we do see the villagers, a nice force dropping here from 3DB. He's actually going to be able to get this temple up with only 2 villagers on it and have the advance time. And oh, never mind. I thought he was going to go for the advance. There he goes. Goes for Anubis here. A nice quick advance there, and he's going to be able to pump out some Deuterinos. Meanwhile, a pretty quick advance here from Chasing the Sun. Let's pop over to his point of view here. He's grabbing relics. He's got himself the Dwarven Horseshoes there. He's pulling back. It does look like he's going for an Imperial Academy straight away. Obviously, something that is unique to Fushi. You can get out that very early Najaf for the very cheap price of 150 gold and 5 favor. And you can get out onto the map and start shutting down the priest conversions here. Now, one thing here that 3DB can do is literally just pump out a whole bunch of Deuterinos and start converting all the animals in the map, and he should be able to actually fight back a little bit early on, get a barracks down, make some slingers, and he can take control of the map. As we do see a ball getting converted, the priest getting moved back home at the moment as 3DB now hits the classical age to Anubis. He drops 2 barracks immediately, and he's going to be ready to play a bit of a 1 town center game. And so too, on the other hand, I imagine we're going to be seeing that as well. No buildings down just yet for Chasing the Sun. He might be considering a town center here, as the Neja picking off some of these animals here. It's like trading Najjar for all of this isn't like a terrible idea. You're going to be able to snipe down that Anubite as well. And to be honest, I don't even think you can kill off the Najjar. This guy packs a punch and a half here in the early stages of the game. Priest getting sniped. More priests coming out. We do see a couple of spearmen coming in. Barracks. Oh, sorry, not barracks. Market and armory coming in there as well. As Chasing the Sun trying to keep the Pioneer alive. Does manage to do so. The Chillin over here slowly starting to go down. We see another Chillin on the way. Lots of wood and gold in the bank at the moment for Chasing the Sun. Have not seen really what he is committing to just yet. as the special to come through. Charging back in with these units. He knows what 3DB is doing. Has not committed to the town center. And now he's bringing the Quaofu. So he's either going for a town... Oh, wow. Okay. This is incredibly risky here. Mr. Chillin. Oh, almost going down. Stays alive with 5 HP. And the Quaofu pulling back. Another... Oh, getting himself the Tai Chi technology to make his heroes come out a little bit quicker. There's the Quaofu to come forward. He does have Vanish, so I mean, he can go for that. He's just spent all the resources. He's walking forward to grab the town center for the time being. There is Plague of Serpents available as well as the Chillin just sitting on the back here, keeping HP regen here. There's the Plague of Serpents. I imagine Vanish is going to get dropped down. I think he has to. No, he's running. I don't believe it. He is running. The Chillin here almost going down. He manages to keep him alive yet again. I'm pretty sure 3DB can win this fight. He's got that Najak here to just get so much damage. He loses a Quaofu. What is he thinking? Like, how long does this last? It lasts for 30 seconds. He could have finished the town center. He's now moving on to the left-hand side. Chasing the Sun is being completely caught out now in this game. As the Quaofu wandering in here, all of these Pioneers are going to do a lot of damage. As the Chillin still getting heavy damage done, but I think Chasing the Sun here needs to reconsider his strategy. As he's about to get overwhelmed here, he drops Vanish on the front. Pulls back. And now what? Machine Workshop is up. Fire Arch is to come through. We see Divine Books getting queued up as well. This takes for Fushi, this is basically instant, right? You get this tech, you get yourself the upgrade, and you're good to go. Chasing the Sun is continuing to try and get this town center up now. It's such a risk here. 3DB knows there's a town center there. The villagers here getting caught out. And 3DB literally annihilates all of them as he charges in. Now he's retreating back. One stray Pioneer getting caught out here. Great control from 3DB. He's also using spread formation on these medium spearmen such that the Chillin are going to get less damage done. The town center now up. There's a significant villager lead cooking. 3DB's got full control. And at any point here, he can just decide to drop his own town center. He can... I don't know if it's possible to just keep pumping units and win at the moment, but maybe... But more than likely, just go see the town center, go drop your own, and enjoy map control and all the other good things that come from it. As the priests are now ready to start taking hunt in the middle of the map yet again, but Chasing the Sun does manage to put a stop to this as the Najjar can chase those priests down. As the priests say, Gimme. In other words, that's Egyptian for gimme. A couple of water buffalo over here. Does Chasing the Sun not see this? He does. Surprised he's not going for those. He does come through, picks up a couple of units here. Meanwhile, 3DB ready to start making some spearmen here. Not spearmen, slingers to deal with these fire archers. The ball's still coming through. Where's the Nejar gone? Still in the main army here. Not looking for any raids or anything like that. We'll be seeing the Chillin's Blessing coming through. More Chillin queued up for Chasing the Sun. He's with this second Talent Center up now. He's got a lot more favor gen coming through as the Spearman will pop over here. And they will notice this. He might be able to sneak in and catch Chasing the Sun off guard here because he's focused onto the top of the map. He does manage to do so. That's going to be 2 Guaofu, the villagers as well. This army as well needing to retreat back. That's absolutely brutal. And I think one of those villagers is going to die after it pops out of the town center as well here. Just Chasing the Sun, still shooting, scooting backwards. In fact, he's trying to take the town center down with just these spearmen. I don't know if that's going to work. He's got 13 he can pop out, try and repair. Mr. Chillin to move up to the top side here. Oop, 1 HP. 1 HP in a dream. Good garrison control there. As the Chillin are in, and the Spearmen need to bail. At this point, villager differential still in favor of 3DB. Military differential in favor of 3DB as well. The priest just healing up instead of fighting here. I mean, if they're technically speaking, if you're like fighting against something with, like basically, if you're fighting with priest, it's probably wrong. You probably should heal in a fight. They're doing 7.5 HP a second, and their attack is 3 pierce per second. So you're healing faster than you deal damage, because everything's got pierce armor pretty much, right? Or unless you're attacking a myth unit, right? As 3DB continues to push forward, you've got to be so careful with those spearmen. Good control from Chasing the Sun, but equally good control from 3DB as he has to pull back out. But these priests in this age, 14 range, it's difficult to get on top of those Chillin. We're just getting pushed off of this position over here. Still got those water buffalo to eat potentially. Could try and go over onto the town center. It is getting repaired back up by one villager though. 145 of 175 to 96 population here. Still no watchtowers is a bit surprising. Like, I don't think 3DB can be here if these towers are up, but nonetheless. Armory queued up. Does he have a market? He does have... Oh, that's the wrong player. No market, just the armory. It's taking down that archery range there. Machine Workshop does mean he loses the attachment as well. Picking off an Imperial Academy as well is going to be a big amount of pain. As the Chillin wander forward. Trying to get somewhat of a spray. Has no answer for these slingers at the moment with this unit composition. Does still have this Peach Blossom Spring. Going to be eating that one. Or mining that one, I should say. To try and get all the gold to get to the next stage. But the Spearmen see it. They swing around here and they go, excuse me. You're not allowed in here. And these villagers are completely cut off from the main base. And he's going to be able to pick every one of these. As the unit's retreating, he could turn around with a priest and try and take out the Chillin, but looks like Chasing the Sun notices that. Losing all those villagers yet again. 3DB's now got himself a second town center though. So the advantage that Chasing the Sun had is gone. Onto this top side, villagers getting sniped down. Now to take down the temple as well. Dwarven horseshoes here will get popped out. Meanwhile, 3DB is literally on the front here just eating these animals, because why not? And Segment is now queued up for 3DB. He's gotten so much value out of this army. So much. There's a Chillin going to try and come in yet again. They do manage to get some kills here. Get a couple kills, retreat back. Get a couple kills, retreat back. Third town center coming up for 3DB in the middle of the map as well, because why not? He's got the advantage. He just needs to squeeze here. Chasing the Sun on the other hand, what can he do to get himself back in this game? One, if he gets to the heroic age. If he gets to the heroic age, he can get access to those White Horse Cavalry, which gives him an answer for the slingers. I mean, he could be making himself some javelineers here as well. As 3DB tries to... Oh, sorry. Chasing the Sun tries to push in here as B is just like, nah, let me just pull back. We're all good. I'll just get myself this Slings of the Sun, these heavy slingers, and we'll be all good. There's Monument to the Priests coming through as well. And Chasing the Sun just simply going to be pulling back for the time being here. As I mean, the simple solution... Oh, Chasing the Sun does realize he's got to get some kills here. Comes over. He absolutely torches the villagers. These Chillin are so strong. 3DB doesn't have himself survival equipment. There's no real walls up at the moment, but he sees the opportunity now. If you're going to take your units out of your main base, I may as well start pushing. We'll see if Chasing the Sun can pull himself back into this game with those Chillin raids. As this Sling is going to be able to snipe a whole bunch of those Deuterinos in. The Chillin to come back. These units are so weak without them nearby. It's the Priests trying to cut them off here. Almost able to pick off one. Does get one there. 3 shots. He's trying to shoot and scoop forward, but is he going to be able to take out the town center with this Scarab? It looks like the answer might be yes, but the Priests are out of position here. The rest of 3DB's military, he's got a couple of idle units, but he's still sitting at a very, very hefty amount of stuff here as the Chillin to come back in. Priest trying to rotate around here to pick these bad boys off, but town center goes down. Damage is done. Chillin are down to 3. Chasing the Sun's got 78 favor at the moment, but that's not enough. And he taps out. And B claims game number 2. As we've got a series, ladies and gentlemen, now brewing. 1-1 here in this best of 5. We'll move into game number 3 and see if Chasing the Sun can figure it out. He went for a very, very all-in town center grab. I actually think he could have just taken it. It made perfect sense. He has Vanish. He doesn't need to fight this. Once the Serpents comes down, vanish the villagers. You got 30 seconds there. The town center is basically going to be done. Or at least basically when the villager is nearly dead. Then vanish. Heal it up with the Chillin while they're vanished if you can, or afterwards. No worries. And he gets the town center up, and then you'd have all of this hunt here. And this army of 3DB looks a little bit silly. But nonetheless, well played here for 3DB. We'll move into game number 3. Alrighty, we're into game number 3 here as 3DB does decide to go for Isis here on Bamboo Grove, and Chasing the Sun decides to go in for Shenong. So, another game, another you, another me, And we'll see how this one is going to go. So far, Chasing the Sun has been playing... Well, he played a one town center game against the Norse. He went for he tried to go for a sort of harass into 2-town center against the Egyptian. Didn't quite work out. We'll see if he goes for a similar thing here on Bamboo Grove. We do see that this is the 3,000 gold back spawn. For those of you who don't know, Bamboo Grove has I think it's a 50% chance to spawn that gold mine. So it can change some things, I guess, on this map. Over on this side, we got Staff of Dionysus, boosting up the villager regen of their HP by 1. We got Ring of Nibelung over here, getting some gold trickle. Over here we got Dar's Scepter, making wood and gold cost for the farms to go down. And finally, we got Kui Drum. This one's actually kind of cracked for Isis from memory. I think this does apply to the Son of Osiris, so he can really start smacking hard once he loses some HP, like losing some HP with Son of Osiris, and then you just start microing it once it's down to like half HP. Woo. Big deeps. Big deeps. As 3DB trying to empower up that monument here as much as he can to grab himself this Flood of the Nile tech. Does manage to pretty much get it. Personally, I prefer to put the monument next to my granary so that I don't have to run so far back and forth. But this isn't that far, so it's not that big of a deal. And one thing here that I've seen 3DB do, which is kind of funny, is he'll go ahead and dump the food into the granary, and then he'll wander over, and then he'll empower the mining camp because he can. He's missing out on pickaxe here, though, which does make things a little bit more tricky if you want to actually go for that. But nonetheless, we will see an attempt at some herding here, it looks like. Over onto the other side, Temple coming down for Chasing the Sun. Looks like he's going to be going... Oop. Is that just on... It is on auto queue. Okay, so he's going to be going up through Chi Yao here right now. I heard Jib says, if Chillin didn't do damage like a Caladria, would you still build them? I actually think I would. But maybe at a later stage in the game, the aura heal is more effective with a bigger army. I mean, you'd have to take the cost down a little bit. I think that they're a little bit, that the cost would be a little bit prohibitive, but they are real. They really do help. They're very, very strong. Yeah, you'd have to take the cost down. The cost would be prohibitive. I mean, if they're still doing the flame attack and healing, probably not. Anyways, Anubis yet again here for 3DB. He loves the Anubis, and he's going to go for it. So Chi Yao for Chasing the Sun. And we'll see how this one ends up going here. Yatsa spawns. He gets the double Yatsa spawn, so he's going to be able to move straight into some harassment. It can be a little bit tricky to actually get damage done with these against Egyptian because they can sort of send you packing, so to speak. Does he have the knowledge? He does see the villagers over here and over here. So effectively, there's two places for these Yatsa to kind of go. We does spot a stray priest here, going to try and take that one out. You either want to go for the wood lines on the side, or if you can, try and hit the villagers on the food, because the fair is going to be on this gold mine no matter what. I'm not quite able to snipe the priest as the other one gets in there, starts healing it up, and these Yatsa need to pull back. In the main base, what is the game plan at the moment for Chasing the Sun? It looks like he's going for a town center. He does have himself 1-2 pioneers out. Going to come around and start sniping obelisks. A market coming down for 3DB. Is this going to be the dreaded? No, it can't be. Where are his villages? Why do I feel like 3DB's villages are... Oh, that's because he had 2 building a monument. Okay. Okay, I've got no idea what 3DB is cooking right now. My guess here is he's going to go through Sobek. He's going to go for one town center fast heroic through Sobek. And he is going to try, as he goes to another monument, and he is going to try to Migdol push. Dead villager, you have to run towards the pioneer here. Not quite able to do so, as we will see. One going down. The farm is up. He's got to use the god power on it. He's turning around and actually trying to take these snakes down. Wait, does he not know? You just click the god power and it auto builds the farm. Chasing the sun, what are you doing? Throw the second farm down. Drop it. Stop messing around here. He doesn't know. I don't think he knows. Hello? Mr. Sun? Okay, he's got the farm down. He's scared the priest off. Meanwhile, the pioneer retreating back. He's got the wood for another farm as well. If he's waiting for that, he can do that as well. I am very confused. I mean, that was a significant amount of damage that 3DB managed to do, but he is now down Plague of Serpents. Which does mean he's got less security to just walk forward and drop a Migdol. Okay, he was waiting for the second farm, but he had the wood. I'm not gonna try and understand. But now we see 3DB saying, okay, I thought we were going to see a fast heroic. I mean, he drops a market and 2 armories. I thought we were going to see a fast heroic. No, sir. It's spearmen, spearmen, and more spearmen. As prosperity gets dropped down, the gold mine's only got 800 gold left in it. I think he's going to run out of this one before the prosperity finishes. The golden number is about 1,000 gold, by the way. Like if you've got yourself like 15 to 20 villages on the gold mine, it's about 1,000 gold you're going to get during the prosperity. So he's going to run out of this one, unfortunately. It does look like he's buying food. Is he? Yes, he is buying food to pump spearmen out. Charging in here to push the villagers off of this middle red-crowned crane. Chasing the sun. Trying to predict what 3DB is doing, but you can't predict insanity. Don't ever try to predict what someone insane is going to do. Make sure you scout. Make sure you go and see. Confirm their craziness before you start doing anything. There's the silo going down on the back there. Villagers moving over here to drop some houses and all the other good stuff. Coming over onto these berry bushes. There's a ton of hunt on this backside here and over here. Some walls could come down from chasing the sun here to just block this off. Then he gets access to the deers with some security there. He might even want to start thinking about dropping some towers on this town center. Get himself watchtowers or even drop a military building here and get the watchtower attachment there as another idea. He's now chasing the sun's town center. He's going to be under a little bit of problems. Look, the priests come in. They heal the Anubite that's being targeted down by the town center. Guaofu going to be getting sniped down as well there. There's a couple of units on the back. Will come in to assist for the time being. Sniping down a couple of spearmen is huge. But Chasing the Sun will not be wanting to actually take this fight. He snipes one unit. He's going to be dropping the lightning weapons here. Does stun up these Anubites, so he's going to be able to pick them all off with his pioneers. Great control thus far. Pulling back, getting good damage done. He's got to keep on microing though, as he does manage to snipe down all the spearmen, and he's still going to be alive now. Moving forward, another cheeky little Anubite dives in. Not quite able to pick that one off. He's down to 8 HP here. Is Chasing the Sun going to be pulling back into his main base? And for the moment here, Chasing the Sun can just pump out fire archers. He does have to be careful because 3DB can go into slingers at some point here. He doesn't have access to dart or dissectment, so his slingers aren't that good, but still he can go into them if need be. There's the Pioneers shooting, scooting, almost sniping the Guardian noob. I could control there from 3DB, keeps that one alive. So far, so good for Chasing the Sun in this game. But 3DB still has got some weapons to throw at Chasing the Sun. There's a couple of barracks going to be coming up here as well. All the barracks up for the time being, sniping down a spearman or two. Chasing the Sun is on the warpath at the moment. I don't think he needs to fight just yet, though. Like, his army is really, really slow because of those Dow swordsmen, so he's got to be careful here. He does not need to take a fight. He can literally just sit back, wait for 60 favor, and then take a fight with lightning weapons. Or you can go Heroic Age. He's also got a beautiful Taltier here. He can start eating units. Always yum yum yums. Meanwhile, we have on this top side a couple of Anubites charging around here, getting damaged. Looks like 3DB manages to get those to safety. But the villager differential is now starting to balloon out of control. The differential in... Oh, is this a Heroic Age? It is. He's going for Russia. This is dangerous. Going Heroic Age here is very, very dangerous because these units, they're all going to be full HP and B's not going to wait. He's not waiting around. He's going to break through this. There's no units here. All those priests are going to be absolutely... They're going to able to... They will be able to absolutely dominate the Fey Beasts. And the town center is going to go down. Now, Chasing the Sun, he can just run all of his villagers back. And he should be fine here. He's still got a gigantic advantage in terms of villagers. He's just really behind in terms of military. And I guess if he can get down 2 ballets straight away on this gold mine, maybe he doesn't even need to. He can come up onto this position, maybe 2 ballets here, or over onto this position, get some... Well, he doesn't even need to. But he needs to bail on this spot as well, it looks like. As Chasing the Sun may have made his life very, very tricky here. He had the advantage. He drops the Fey Beasts down as the army is a little bit out of position. Trying to stay away from those priests here. As the priests do come through, getting the damage in as the Fey Beasts. I mean, it's still a huge amount of damage onto those spearmen. There's also the Bayou to come through. Trying to snipe these units as they're retreating back. But realistically now, Chasing the Sun needs 1 or 2 units. He either needs a butt ton of Javelineers, or he needs to get some White Horse cavalry to deal with those medium slingers. I mean, alternatively, you can make a whole bunch of Bayou to try and break up the slinger ball and make his life a little bit easier, but there's so many priests that I don't think that's an option. Stray villager sneaking through. Does not manage to make it in there. And now we see 3DB saying, okay, time for a town center. I've done some damage. Let me get the town center. But Chasing the Sun is still in a completely fine spot. As Sobek queued up for B. And Sobek is where things get a little bit tricky, I think, for the Shenong here. We'll see what the plan is for Chasing the Sun. Farms coming down all over the place. He's got the prosperous seeds. Villagers can move up onto this gold mine over here as well. Very, very safe there with the walls up already. More units coming in. We got that Divine Judgment coming through to make these Dao swordsmen even more powerful. He's a little bit short on favor though with while using it on those prosperous seeds, but he's going to charge forward, maybe try and take out these barracks. Wouldn't be a bad idea as the army's a little bit out of position, but can he win a fight here? 71 military pop to 122? I mean, maybe he can because of those Dao swordsmen. They've got a crazy amount of pierce armor. The slingers can shoot and scoop for days, but they're not going to do any damage. Now we've got Peach of Immortality, which boosts the heroes and myth units hit points up. We got Jiang Xia also coming in. And what's the game plan for Chasing the Sun? He's pumping out Dao Swordsman. And what's happening over here? Another temple coming up for B. He's pulling back to his main base as the Baihu getting some action here. He will be retreating away. He's got 5.2 speed. That's more than the Guardian and Ubite, so he will be able to get out of here. But does he see the army? Does he see that army chasing him? I don't know if he did or not, but that's a lot of units there. One thing here as well is that B can steal these farms if he wants. These are really good farms. Really, really good. Oh, town center coming up over here. Very dangerous. He must not have seen the army. He must not have. Chasing the Sun is going to get brutalized here. But same too is 3DB going to have a little bit of trouble now as the villagers are getting sniped down. This town center can go down. The army is out of position. Locust Swarm getting dropped down onto these bad boys. He clicks it the wrong way though. The town center are under attack here. We do see a 3DB monument getting dropped down, but that is not going to be lasting. The town center is already dead. The army marches over here. There's 8 Guardian Anubites. How many heroes here? There's 1 Jiang Xia. That's it. Is there enough hero here for Chasing the Sun to win this fight? He does not have himself another charge of lightning weapons. And I think he has to take a fight here. He's at full pop, so why not? His Dao Swordsmen don't yet have themselves the divine damage. This Tao Tie has got a huge amount of stacks here. He's doing huge damage. This one up the top does end up going down. The next one is under attack as well. He could drop the special effect down, but he chooses not to. A Sage comes in, steals away the Pitsukos for a little bit here. Going to be able to finish that one off. Population drops for Chasing the Sun so quickly here. And 3DB wins this fight fairly convincingly. It's the Jiang Xia to retreat back. Walls down over here. Still taking a fight over on this spot. Those Sages are good though. They've only got 13 range. So they're only so good. And now Chasing the Sun needs to retreat back home. We have a ballet coming in. Huang Di will be on the way. There's so many priests here. Crocodopoulos on the way. We got bronze armor as well. So there will be a Mythic Age. There is a world here where we'll have to wait and see as the army charging in. The problem here is that this dragon, you want to drop it on this army, right? But there's so many priests here that it's just not going to happen. 13 priests is more than enough to deal with a big fat dragon. Meanwhile, a new Boit's coming around onto the top side of the map here. Villagers going to be diving into the ballet. Chasing the sun. Holding for the time being. Which technology do you grab first and foremost when you get to the Mythic Age here? As the sages get over here. Oop. Yinglong coming in, but dropping it in his base for the time being. Trying to charge forward. He wants to stay away from the priest if possible. He has to micro this so well. Doing a good job so far. As now he's getting that Divine Judgment tech in. But that means Leju's Silk, Yuan's Bloodline are both going to be delayed here. Have you ever seen a Quailfell holding that much meat? He's got a lot of meat. That's a big bit of meat there that he's got. Meanwhile, B needs to make a decision now. Does he go Mythic Age? Does he go for another town center? He is still behind on villagers. The longer he waits here, the stronger the Shenong is going to get. We do see the town center on the back getting grabbed for chasing the sun, and this is going to keep the villager advantage here for chasing the sun. Plus gives him more population, which is very, very important, and gives him some extra favor boost. But I guess the biggest problem is he has to sit here waiting for favor. That's the problem. The ballet not connected up here. This could be a huge boost. These buildings over here not connected up could be a huge boost. The Pitsukos raid is back. The raid is back. The damage is done. It's been a while since we've seen a rock raid, but it's in. Town center over here going up. Chasing the sun, looking for some aggression here, but he's got to get up and stop the town center. Does he have it in his loin? He does see it. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Can he get there in time? If he gets onto it, it's going to do huge damage. It looks like he's not going to be able to get there in time. Town center is up. So many units over here. The Qinglong is in. The town center looks like it will get erased here. Did the dragon die? No, he's still up. Yinglong's still alive. Qinglong also alive. The priests are in though. They're going to erase this bad boy. Looks like Jason says, I'm going to sack it. Doesn't even get the special off. Yinglong pulling. Sniping down all of those slingers on the back. You have to remember these slingers, they're not very good against these Dao swordsmen. These things are so strong now. And they've got the bloodline tech as well. So when they die, when one dies, they get a huge boost. Yinglong, however, getting pushed back over. He does have the speed advantage, so he should be able to stay out of line of sight. As all of these units now going down and chasing the sun has now found himself a commanding advantage in this game. As the Yinglong survives with a 213 HP, best place to do this now is just go leave him on the farms, get that food boost for the rest of the game and call it a day. Ballet up onto this side. The game is not done just yet. But 3DB is in trouble. Pure Slinger is good versus Pioneers. It's good versus Fire Archers. It is not good versus Dao Swordsmen that get lifesteal and damage that lasts for 3 seconds. Gets over onto this spot. Tries to kill off some villagers. Kind of caught 30 HP. Does manage to get out of there. Barely staying alive. As we see the White Horse Cavalry searching around. for a little villager shenanigan. Now the Dao Swordsmen say it's time to attack. Migdol's stronghold is strong here, but there's still those 3 sages. He can steal 1, take it out. Steal 2, take him out. As he moo-moos them. Absolutely brutal. Using 3DB's own units against him. The Migdol stronghold looks like it will be falling here. Chasing the Sun's got 5 military camps. He can just pump Dao Swordsman to his heart's content. But he's got to be careful. Spearmen, not that big of a deal. Axemen should be able to beat these Dao Swordsmen. As the White Horse Cavalry surging in to take down another gold mine. Looks like the all-out offensive for Chasing the Sun has been slowed down for the time being. I think Yinglong's dead. Oh, no, that's Qinglong. Anyways, the raid over onto this spot picks off a villager. Villagers get pulled off the gold mine. A little cheeky wall up onto this side. And now, Wen Zhong is in. And this guy, well, let me just tell you a little bit about this guy. This guy hits hard. And that's about all you need to know. And he also steals. He steals units for 20 seconds. If he converts this, that's Chasing the Suns for 20 seconds. I believe. Wait, is that right? 12 seconds. 12 seconds. It was 20 seconds. That's the Wenzhong coming in. If he gets close to the villagers, he can literally erase them on this gold mine. Only a handful of units here, though, for Chasing the Sun. He's got to be careful here. He does manage to snipe down one of those bad boys. Will decide to pull back for the time being. If he gets the Wenzhong on top of this, I'm pretty sure he can erase those Betsukos nearly immediately. 80% crush, 40% hack. Look at the damage he does. Plus times 4x. I'm almost certain you basically, if they're bunched up, they die like nearly instantly. Another Imperial Academy coming through. As B is considering his options. Chasing the Sun also considering his options. And he says, it's time for some heavy Tiger Cavalry. There's no upgrades that affect the Tiger Cavalry only for Shenong. But Shenong does still have Leju's Silk. So he does get 10% extra hit points on this unit regardless. So 230 HP here. Pretty good. As the Petzebek going in. We see the bow lays up. The villagers have snuck this gold mine for the time being, though. The Sage is wandering forward. Trying to snipe down these bad boys. Does manage to charge in here. Gets a couple. Picks off a couple of Petzebek. Retreats back. No problems. Meanwhile, up onto this side, the Tiger Cav see their prey and they are doing serious damage. Is there no gold left? There's still a gold mine here. This one's gone. This might be 3DB getting gold starved here. It's the ballet about to go down. And these Tiger Cavalry going to retreat back up to this ballet. You can get the Talon Center up. This gold mine here is a potential problem here. If 3DB can get in there and grab it, he can continue for a little bit longer in this game. It's the Tiger Cavalry charge through. I mean, this is mostly Axemen. I think these heavy Tiger Cavalry win this fight, but maybe Chasing the Sun can't tell. It is a little hard to tell which is an Axeman and which is a Spearman, but there's not very many Spearmen there at all. The heavy tiger cavalry. Retreat back. Move on to this side. Stone wall. Going to be going down. Snipes one down and he says, okay, time to take out the talent center here. But the units here for 3DB coming over to get involved. 3DB is still in the heroic age. He refuses to get out of the heroic age. Chasing the sun might have bit off a little bit more than he could chew here. He has to pull back. He does have lightning weapons. If he wants to drop that in, he can. Does decide now he can turn around. This is mostly spearmen up on that spot. The village is getting cleaned up here. Look at the damage from Wenzhong. Everything melting. It's the Wenzhong coming in, eliminating these Petzebek, stealing Petzebek for himself. Population for 3DB has dropped substantially, but military pop is still there. But can he take out this bad boy? Literally, the Wenzhong is on a hunting mission here, trying to take out all of the crocodiles. How many crocodiles do you want? Doesn't matter, because Wenzhong is on the case. Great control here, though. From 3DB, splitting beautifully, but they're all going down now. And in that moment, 3DB goes, I got nothing left. I got no eco. I got no gold. I got 2 town centers. And Chasing the Sun manages to take out the ISIS of 3DB in game 3. We're going to game 4 with Chasing the Sun now on match point. He is the unsung hero that nobody knew. The dark horse of this tournament. Taking names and showing everyone the business with his China here. But he's out of China. And he has to go to something else now. And we'll see if he has what it takes to take 3DB out without his main Civ. See you in game number 4. Alrighty. Moving in to game number 4. 3DB back against the wall. He picks Thor. Chasing the Sun. 1 game from getting to the next round in this tournament. He picks Uranus. The map, Lava Ghost Lake. Now, you guys might be asking, how come the goats are completely fine with walking on the lava? How come the Oracle can literally just walk over this? How come? Well, apparently the goats have got lava boots and everyone else has lava boots as well. Apparently that's what's going on. So everyone's got lava boots. Everyone came into this one equipped with Zelda gear. The trees are also on fire, mind you. So this fire is the friendly type of fire, not the non-friendly type of fire, which we might see from 3DB a little bit later. Anyways, let's take a look at the relics and see what we can see. We got Demeter's Throne over here. Going to be making those economic guilds and ox carts cheaper. Hermes' winged sandals. Making those heroes move faster. Very, very good there for the Uranus. That's actually so good for the Uranus, that relic. Because you can go into hero Mamillos with Empyrean speed. So you go up to 5 speed. And then plus the extra 5%. So you're going up to like 5.25 speed. It's pretty good. And then you get the hero one, which puts it up to 5.55 speed. Pretty insane. Anyways, Scales of Octoplopus. A nice one there for the myth units and Fetters of Fenrir. Look, 5.5. It was close. I took a guess. I took a stab. I don't know. .00 hero catapulties. Yeah, catapulties are pretty good, man. Catapulties are pretty good. Nonetheless, Forseti, they got a choice here for 3DB. He isn't. Whoa, 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 whoa. What am I watching? 3DB isn't going for a Dwarven Armory. So, there you go, guys. It's not just me that's crazy. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Take that, all you non-believers. The Thor no Dwarven Armory advance time is here. And it's not just me. The crazy man 3DB says, let's do this as well. Ha. Take that. Everyone out there that ever didn't believe in me. Anyways. Couple of Herser coming out. Look, it might be a bit late. It might be through the wrong god Forseti, but he's out on the map and he is ready to get going. How many goats did he get? Got himself 15 goats. That's a hefty amount of goats. Versus 12 goats, 13 goats. So, in actuality, 3DB wins out in the early game, and he's now going to be moving in to start sniping down some oracles. On the other hand, Economic Guild down for Chasing the Sun. He's going for a late advance with hand axe, pickaxe, and building extra oracles after losing one. Potentially he loses two here. So a huge, huge surprise victory here in the early game. And then the Dwarven Armory coming down. 3DB is a man of craziness. And was this worth it? Let's think about it. Killing off 2 oracles. That's 200 resources of damage done onto Chasing the Sun. Plus, he gets all the goats, which is resources taken away from Chasing the Sun as well. But his armory upgrades are going to be slightly late. Does this favor 3DB? You decide. I mean, I guess we'll see who it favors when we play the game and we watch what's happening, you know? Nonetheless, military barracks ×2 for Chasing the Sun. Going to be going into those Murmillos. Nobody's grabbed this Hermes' wing sandals just yet. Has it been spotted? No. Neither player has spotted it. There's a longhouse coming down. Copper armor on the way. Gold macro. Classic Norse move. Just get a whole bunch of gold in the bank and just call it a day. Oh. Chasing the Sun. He's pulling a Boit. I think we can, at this point, I think we can basically call this a Boit. No villages. As much as I'd like to say that this is some sort of wacky all-in. No. No. There's too many resources. This is not... He's also housed. Chasing the Sun is in a very, very strange position right now. As he's going to be retreating back. Trying to get in here to take down some villages. 3DB taking this fight here is a little bit dangerous. The Caladria floating up above. Good control there. Keeps the Herser alive. Retreats back. He's going to be okay. But like no damage really done. As B now into his main base. Villagers retreating back away from the woodline. Doesn't lose any good control there. Still Chasing the Sun. Has not noticed he isn't building villages. At this point, you almost got to just commit to it. Hey, gets himself out of Sky Passage. Moving over onto this hunt, I assume. Another Sky Passage to come down. Oh dear. Mr. Sun. I think we might be going to a game number 5, guys. I don't see how he's going to be able to come back from this. Villagers paid themselves off in about, I guess at this point, in about, what, 78 seconds. They pay themselves off in about 78 seconds. Maybe less. 68 seconds. These are 50 gold. Now he starts the villagers up. He's noticed. He's only behind 11 villagers. He's got a crazy amount of units here. The one thing he's got going for him is he's got the Urano superpower of Shockwave Carnivora. And the gold mine's about to expire here for 3DB. Now 3DB does have himself a Dwarven Mine. He can go for the Dwarven Mine if he wants. But he's going to run straight for this gold mine instead. Now some Mamillos will make their way over onto this side. Does he have Empyrean Speed? Not just yet. He's going to grab himself the frontline heroics at this point. Trying to take out the market, but he's going to have to take a fight here soon. Losing one Murmillo here as the fight's beginning. The shockwave onto the melee units there as we do have the Carnivora getting dropped in onto the back. This isn't a good fight for 3DB in the slightest, I don't think, but he might be able to win it as the Carnivora is not in a great spot here. He's got the armory upgrade advantage. Military population is looking good here as well for 3DB. And it looks like he cleans up house and chasing the sun is in a very, very, very bad position now. He had a chance here. The chance was to get around and hit this, pick off 10 villages, 15, 17 villages to get himself into an advantageous position. But that did not happen. Longhouse. 3 longhouses up. There's a Terma trying to shoot and scoot. You can't really shoot and scoot versus these 5-speed Murmillos. Well, you can for a little bit, but then you have to just run. Otherwise, they're going to get snared and your units are going to go down. So Murmillo's getting chased all the way back. 3DB in a commanding position. One saving grace here is the chasing sun can literally just go, I'm over here, and now I'm over here, and now I'm over here. One idea for chasing the sun is to literally just send a citizen over to here. Put a citizen onto, I don't know, onto this spot. Just have citizens randomly positioned all over the map, because why not? He's going to be pulling back into his main base, trying to hold. Does he have a Dwarven Breastplate in? Yes, he does. He's got Dwarven Breastplate. He's got all the armory upgrades. And at this point, 3DB senses how far in front he is. He charges in here. Even underneath town center fire. Does not care. And chasing the sun tries to garrison away. You can't garrison Terma into a town center for some reason. You can garrison them into a Migdal stronghold. And now 3DB is like, hey man, if you're not going to fight me, I'm just going to sit in here. I'm just going to kill you. I don't know if he has enough dudes here to actually kill this off, but he's trying. He's got 3 trolls in as well. A couple of hero Murmillos can dive through the town center and start getting some serious damage done. It's exactly what he's going to go for. As B pulls back, gets a beautiful block onto those Murmillo heroes. And Chasey's going to have to pop around the other side. Doing it again. He does manage to get onto one troll. Shockwaving the berserks away. Picks off 1 troll, 2 troll, 3 troll down. And maybe 3DB has overstayed his welcome here. No. I don't think he has. He's going to keep hanging out here. Keep getting damaged. The blue stream of units continues in. And Chasing the Sun taps out there at 12 minutes and 46 seconds. He's got a game number 5. It's not what you want to see. You want to see the players performing at the highest level they possibly can here. And unfortunately for Chasing the Sun, did not recognize his town center was not training villagers for an excessive amount of time here, from 4 minutes all the way to 8 minutes and 37 seconds, 33, 34 seconds. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Nonetheless, we'll get into game number 5 and see what's happening. Alrighty, guys, we're in to game number 5. Tournament life on the line. Win this one, you go into the next round. Lose this one, there's no more tournament for you. You're a spectator. We thank you for your participation, but that's all it was. Participation trophy handed out, and we go home. We're on the map Ice Arena. Spicy. Ice Arena. We got these cool little walls. You get the stone walls for free. And we got 2 gods. 3DB. Ra. Chasing the Sun. Freya. We do not get to see Mr. Chasing the Sun on a god not named China very often. So we'll see what he's going to be able to do here. Relics on the map. We got Tusk of the Iron Boar. Hit points plus 10%. Over here we got Ulla's Bow. Ranged attack plus 1. Over on this side we got the Hestia's Hearth. Minus 5% of base villager train time there. Scales of Echidna. Myth unit, food, wood, and gold cost. Minus 15%. So some pretty impactful relics here. As we'll see which way this game's going to go. Now, one big thing here is... well, Chasing the Sun doesn't have to worry about any early aggression. The problem is... how do you get a second town center? I think what Chasing the Sun needs to do is he needs to basically scout out if 3DB is going for a far second town center, and if he does, race up his own outside. If he doesn't see that, he needs to sit in his base, get watchtowers, and drop a village center. That makes some sense. Because then you can go heroic age. The village center is also going to give you extra food from getting the upgrade. You can push out later and get your 3rd town center in the middle of the map. Can work. Maybe. He could also go for the ultimate cheese. Which is 3DB goes for a far second town center in the middle of the map. Chasing the Sun drops his fortress in his main base. Out of sight, out of mind. He makes 3 rams. He makes a bunch of units. He wanders in. He says, "Hello there, Mr. B. I would like to play a game of I'm going to kill your town center." And Mr. B has to then say, "Excuse me, I have units. You do not kill my town center. It's all good." Or he says, "Okay, you kill my town center. I run away." We'll have to see what he's going to go for. Another option here for 3DB is to go through Bast. Make a whole bunch of Sphinx. Make a whole bunch of units. Charge across. Kill off everything. That's a temple in the middle of the map, though, for Chasing the Sun. That is a temple in the middle of the map for Chasing the Sun. And 3DB has not spotted it yet. He's getting priests. Ulla's coming in. Tar's coming through. Lots and lots of villagers on gold at the moment here for 3DB. But this does not necessarily mean he's going to go straight for the town center. He's getting priests out to get vision. This is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous indeed. A house coming down. so that Chasing the Sun can see what's going on. Is this a town center? Do we go for our own town center? What's the game plan? Wadjet comes out. Cursor over here, trying to put a stop to all of this priest shenanigans. He's not careful. He's going to lose that priest. Classical Age now in. Priest now retreating back. Cursor on the charge here. Wadjet going to get out of position as well. And we see the barracks coming down for B. He says, no, no, no. This is not going to be... Oh, Chasing the Sun grabs himself Hestia's Hearth. That's a nice relic there. This is not going to be a fast second town center. This is going to be a full-on spam. And he's going to attempt to deny the town center of Chasing the Sun. Now, one thing that Chasing the Sun can try is a fortress back here. Underneath the range of the sentry towers to get the watchtowers up. Fortress here to protect the town center to try and get that up. But he's not going for that. He drops the Asgardian Hill Fort and it's spotted. It is spotted. It couldn't be any worse for 3DB. Sorry, for Chasing the Sun. This couldn't be any worse for Chasing the Sun. But he will have units out. This timing the 3DB is trying to hit technically doesn't work. Technically speaking, this time in the game, this is Norse favored. He's got to turn and fight this. The Hersir numbers are out. Axeman coming through. Skin of the Rhino in. Shifting Sands, however, that does work. Shifting Sands does work on villagers to get in here. He's got 82 seconds with no units putting it up. The Hersir turning around, taking the fight. Still no Shifting Sands coming in just yet for 3DB. Doesn't want to risk it just yet. Throwing Axeman on the back, almost going down. One Hersir charging after this. Great control thus far. More Throwing Axeman coming in. The Longhouse is 2 seconds from completion. There's 3 Throwing Axeman queued up into that one. Snipes the Wadjet. The Throwing Axeman will need to kite here to stay away from those Axemen. They do so much damage. Almost sniping off a priest on the back. Another Hersir to come in. 41 seconds in a dream. On this Asgardian Hill Fort. 3DB has now found himself the military advantage, I believe, here. And Shifting Sands comes through with all the villagers and he says, 99. No Asgardian Hill Fort for you in the middle of this map. And Chasing the Sun's dreams going down as fast as this Asgardian Hill Fort is. It's an icy map, but it's not going to be icy enough for this thing to stay alive. And now 3DB in the center of the map grabs himself this gold mine. And Chasing the Sun. What can he do now? No access to the Huskal. No access to the middle town center. He hasn't lost any economy here. In fact, 3DB has lost economy. He had to shank that Asgardian Hill Fort down. He had to get himself Skin of the Rhino. Game isn't over just yet. But it's not looking good for Chasing the Sun. He's going to pop forward here and try and just harass villagers. Can he snipe one? He's going in. It's very rare you get to see an 8 minute and 43 second Throwing Axeman raid. The Throwing Axemen do move slower than those Axemen, but good control from Chasing the Sun there. All the villagers healed back up to full HP. With good control here, he will be able to snipe those Axemen. We need slingers. Well, 3DB needs slingers. And yet again, we see actually another advantage here now cooking for Chasing the Sun. Now, sooner or later, 50 favor is going to come through. And once you get 50 favor, I mean, at 40, well, even now, you can get this technology. He's already got it. He's already got the tech. He's going to go for another Asgardian hill fort here very, very soon, I'm sure. Great control with the throw and axeman, but now slingers are out. The Herser can dive in there and try and take them out. This is such an insane micro fight right now from these two players. As he pulls back, putting a longhouse up onto the back here. There is enough favor for Asgardian Hill Fort 2.0. But where do you put it? Out of sight, out of mind has to be the place. We're not thinking about a town center at the moment. We're thinking about gold. The gold mine is finished. There's 3,000 gold left over here. He's got 900 gold in the bank. He needs a market. Another armory to come down as the armory upgrades are starting up. This game is very, very much in the balance right now. Almost enough favor for another Shifting Sands as well. So the same thing could potentially happen if Chasing the Sun waits too long here. He's got a lot of those Berserks here. He's great control, but you can't really chase in here. Does have those 5 speed Deuterinos. It's a great haul. Will get dropped down. Potentially for some raiding cavalry. We'll see if that's going to work out for him. I mean, it might just be worth... Oh! It might be worth to put the hill fort in the main base is what I was thinking. And yet again, he's going to get spotted immediately. 15 seconds. Is this a fight here Chasing the Sun can take, though? Is it a fight he can take? I think he can. Look at the army. The army of Berserks getting on top of those slingers with good control. He's got to take out those medium throw and axemen before they clean up everything. But the slingers do so much damage there. He might still be able to win this fight, though. As 3DB has to pull back. Raiding cavalry now in. And Chasing the Sun lives another day. He's going to pull back up to the hill fort. He's got these raiding cavalry, which are so, so strong. Trying to get this up. The Berserk here will get sniped down. Raiding cavalry searching around. I'm not sure what for. Another Shifting Sands. No, he doesn't have the favor. As he charges for... I don't think he can take these fights. Those slingers just do so much damage. Asgardian Hill Fort, close to completion here. Another great haul. Another couple of great hauls on the top. Trying to come up. As the slingers immediately targeting down, throwing axemen. It's a decent choke point here for 3DB. Military population is heavily favoring 3DB on this spot. And it looks like all of the units of Chasing the Sun falling. 10 seconds remaining on the Asgardian Hill Fort. 1 unit to build this up and it will finish. 4, 3, 2, 1. His Hill Fort is up, but he has no units remaining. Charging in. Garrison those medium berserks into the Asgardian Hill Fort is the only way. More raiding cavalry coming in. Can Chasing the Sun somehow manage to get this hill fort up and keep it up? Just instead of chasing with everything, just a couple of units on the Asgardian Hill Fort, it would have been up. He wouldn't have lost everything, and I think he would have been in a decent spot. The Asgardian Hill Fort getting some damage, but it does end up going down. There's enough for another hill fort here, but he's got no units. I'm kind of speechless. I don't like... What was this? This doesn't even protect anything. It protects a town center, I guess, but what... I don't even understand. The gold mine is going to be expired soon. 1,200 left there. Chasing the Sun's got to be careful with where he's producing stuff here as well. The villagers here will have to pull back into the main base. There's a little bit of berries left. There's some cows trying to take a fight down. 60 population is not ideal. He doesn't know that though. The army looks maybe smaller than it actually is. There's a market down for chasing the sun there. Because he's got so much food at the moment. Gold going to be coming through. I mean, I hate to say it, but is the game finished here? Probably. I mean, not. Maybe. What can chasing the sun do? He's going to be out of gold. His base is open. He's going to be out of gold momentarily. He's got 500 gold there. His houses are going down. That hurts. What else can he do? Spearmen getting created to deal with any sort of raiding cavalry attempt. Leather frame shield coming through. Wadgets coming in. Now, 3DB says, time for a town center. Heroic Age coming in, but there's no gold. There's nothing. 3DB, it's full pop. The villagers are wanting to get in on the action. 3DB, it's full pop. About to be 2 town centers. About to go to the Heroic Age himself, I'm sure, and most likely through Sekhmet. Dropping a citadel on the face here of chasing the sun. He can drop obelisks everywhere to see all the gold mines. Villagers coming forward to get in on the action. Whole bunch of Wadgets here to help out as well. And chasing the sun has to pull back. How much can he sell for? Not a lot. I mean, nothing's been really sold at the moment, so he's got a little bit actually. He's got himself 92 favor in the bank. Maybe he can make a whole bunch of rock giants. And break out. Maybe. He's desperately trying to make something happen here. A temple coming up for 3DB. And Sekhmet is going to be the god of choice. Grab Sekhmet, put a siege works down, catapult, starting to siege the town center, and you don't even have to worry about Gullinbursty coming in with Tempest. And there's the Tempest, there's the Gullinbursty. The units will be retreating out. At least some damage going to be coming in here. Oh god, he dropped a lot of pop there. I'm not going to lie, he was at 190. That was kind of gigantic, but is it going to be enough? Because now Sekhmet in, Citadel getting thrown down. Villagers trying to sneak out, but the Spearmen are in position here. Not being very sneaky. Probably could have run around, but I mean, there's an obelisk there. There's no way. He's trying to get himself shaft mined. Like, give me shaft mine. Maybe shaft mine can save me. Asgard. Oh, wait, did he see it? For the third time in this game, Chasing the Sun has given away the Asgardian Bastion. Literally the third time in this game, because why not? Why put the Asgardian Bastion anywhere but in range of what 3DB can see? Why play with fire? There's a scarab here as well. I mean, at this point, does 3DB even care? 60 seconds and a dream. 56 seconds and a dream. Even if he gets it up, doesn't matter. And in that moment, Chasing the Sun says, okay, the game's done. The series goes to 3DB. A valiant effort from Chasing the Sun, nonetheless, pushing the B-Man to 5 games. But in the end, the story is cut short for Chasing the Sun, and 3DB adds another chapter in his tournament run. Going to be moving into the next round. Absolutely insane series of ups and downs and chaos. But in the end, one victor will be standing alone here, and 3DB is that B. He's the B-Man, and he is the winner. So we get to see him again. If you guys enjoyed this series, enjoyed this cast, enjoyed this tournament, all the other good stuff, make sure you hit the follow. If you're really feeling generous, hit the subscribe button. If you're on the YouTube, subscribing is free, so hit that button as well. Leave comments, and I'll see you guys in the next game.